What up?
Hey T, what's going on?
So, you and I have been working together for about a year on this project with Barr, with Lisa and Naja, two of our favorite clients. And they have us thinking about how climate is about a lot of things, right? And transportation is a part of it. And so
Mhm.
that's kind of how I got brought in, because I care about transportation, but also what I care about mostly is one, rooting for everybody Black and justice, right? And kind of getting our people free, and then thinking about how that impacts other communities of color. So you and I came together and we thought, how do we do something meaningful with Barr, with the grantees? And that's huge, not for, with the
With
grantees, because we know there is power in this grantee base. And how do we do it where we're not just thinking about outcomes, but we're also thinking about process and space and community and bringing people together? And so we started thinking about that, and here we are.
Here we are. Yeah. So, in thinking about that, it's also recognizing like this group of grantees is funded because they all have a strategy. They all understand how their transportation work is moving toward equity with climate and equity with transportation. And for many of those goals, there's not often the space and time for them as leaders of the work, stewards of the work, to sit back and further develop their own praxis, you know? And
Word.
so we've talked with actually many of you all over the summer in some one-on-one conversations to figure out, hey, like doing this work requires growth. It requires reflection. You have to have time and space to deepen your skills and ways to bounce, ideas for strategy off one another. And it's a personal practice and it's an organizational strategy. And we've talked with you all in some smaller conversations about what does it take and what does it look like for you to grow professionally to be in a better position, more capability to advance this transportation equity work, to advance that within the context of climate equity. A lot of the training and professional development opportunities we have in Boston are very technical. They're about the code, they're about the financing, they're about a lot of that stuff. But when it comes to focusing on equity, there's not enough there. So you guys have shared your ideas of like what it should be, what it shouldn't be, and Barr created this dope space and invited me and Tamika to come in and help co-facilitate to help you all think through and design your ideal opportunities for deepening your own personal professional development as grantees leading this transportation equity work.
What I'm excited about is that we're going to have our colleagues, Cesar, who I know some folks talk to, and Marisa Ramirez, who some folks might know, some folks might not, but she spent a lot of time in Boston. And, they're going to facilitate virtually.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to facilitate in person, and we're going to try to come up with, if Barr wants to give some opportunity for some of that growth you talked about next year over a series of some sessions, what should those sessions look like? And it doesn't have to just be about transportation, right?
Right,
It can
right.
be about things like you said that help folks grow. Like, we want to care about the work, but we want to care about the people who are doing the work, and what does that look like? So, the world is going to be our oyster, as they say. I don't know who they is. But we're gonna try to design this together. And so I'm looking forward to it. Anything else we want folks to know?
I mean, the other thing is many of you all know each other as grantees and many of you don't. So this is also an opportunity to think about if you're all working for the same end, how do you deepen your connections with each other? This is a space where people are focused on the same thing, where you can kind of bring up the things that don't really fit anywhere else. So that relationship building and that, unique value add opportunity of getting together with people who are aligned and headed in the same direction to really like design your own learning, is really dope. So we hope that as many of you can join us in person as possible. It'll be great to see some old friends and make some new ones. And if you can't join us in person, please join us virtually. If you RSVP'd previously to be virtual, but now you're a little hyped and you want to come in person, you can click the link in the email, change your RSVP status, but we can't wait to see you there.
And please do change that status. We're trying to order food. I, for
Yes.
one, the Monday and Tuesday, you know, after Thanksgiving, I will be sick of turkey leftovers, turkey sandwiches, turkey omelets, all the things. And so I am looking forward to the food, and I want to make sure there's enough for y'all because I'm gonna eat.
Yeah, we're gonna eat. We're gonna eat and have a good time. We hope to see you there.
All right. See y'all
Peace.
folks there.